Good morning. Today we're working on the review for the sample test. This is the sample test for Chapter 1 in Math 60. All right, read the directions carefully. Please circle your answers. So we have to remember we have to circle our answers. Write all fractions in simplest form. This is important to remember also. All right, you're not done if these things haven't been done. So you want to go back and double check this later on when you're done with your test. Make sure all your answers are circled and make sure all of your fractions are simplest form. All right, evaluate the expression for x is equal to 2. Well, we plug the 2 in for x. Oh dear, what does this equal? Well, that's 0, isn't it? So 6 times 0 is 0. Okay. All right, translate the English phrase as an algebraic expression. The quotient of, okay, what does quotient mean? Quotient means times or multiplication. So 24 and a number. The number is always going to be, when it says a number, that means x, okay, or your variable. Is 5 the solution of the following equation? So what this is telling us is that plug in 5 and see if it works. So I end up with 3 times 5 plus 2. Well, that's 15 plus 2, which is indeed 17. So yes. See, forgot to square box or circle my answers. All right. Okay, multiply. Now remember, in multiplication, we multiply straight across. Oops, I'm not doing that one. Now remember also that when we have just a constant like this 3, we can put the 1 below. So 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 4 is 4. Is that simplest form? Yes, it is. So we put a box around it. All right, divide. So remember, when we divide, we flip and multiply. So it's going to be 2/5 times 25 over 1. Remember, 25 is 5 times 5, so I can cross those out. All right, now I'm left with 2 times 5 over 1. 2 times 5 is 10, but that's just 10. That's simplest form. The 10 over 1 is not simplest form. You will lose points if you leave your answer 10 over 1. All righty. Subtract. Different denominators, we have to do a common denominator. So 12, hang on, 12 is 3 times 4, and the other one is a 3. So that just means I only need to multiply the second term by 4 over 4. So this is then going to give me I'm sorry, but my pen, nothing seems to be working. Okay, it's back now. So 7 over 12 minus 2 times 4 is 8 over 3 times 4 is 12. Well, now we have common denominator. 7 minus 8 is going to leave us with a negative 1 over 12. Okay, let's see. Now, given the following set, which are natural numbers? Remember that natural numbers are the same word as counting numbers. And when we count, what do we start with? 1. So 0 and negative numbers are not counting numbers. So 4. 4 is going to be a counting number. Sorry, there was noise being made, so I had to go shut my door. Okay, I'm back. All right. So, 4. We're going to write it in set notation. So, 4. And what is the square root of 25? Is that rational? Yes, it is. The answer is 5. So, therefore, this is a natural number because it's representing 5. Not a decimal, not an irrational number. Right? So we're actually going to write that, though, as square root of 25. Okay? So that's my answer right there. Those are my natural numbers. All right. Use the less than or greater than sign to make the following statements true. Remember, with negatives, I have 0 here, I would have -3 here and -6 here. Which is further from 0? The -6. It's the smallest because we're going that direction. All right, same with this one. Now -26 is going to be my smallest because it's further away. It comes before -25. It's all backwards, I know. All right, simplify. So we have to multiply this. 7 times 2 is 14. And then 7 times 5 is 35. And there's nothing I can do with that. I can't further simplify this because I cannot put something with a variable with something that's constant all together in one term. It's going to have 2 terms. So this one is done. Oh, box our answers. Okay. Simplify. So we're going to distribute the 3 in. So that's going to give us 3x minus 3. And then we have to put the 2 constants together. So 1 minus 3, we're going to have 3x minus 2. You can write it minus 2 plus 3x. That's fine with me. I just like putting negatives in the middle if I can, like that as a subtraction. But you don't have to. You can write it as -2 plus 3x if you want it. All right, number 11. Add -4 and 6. Well, 6 minus 4 is 2. The larger is positive, so I'm done. Box. Whoops, box. All right. -4y and a -12y is a negative, well, 12 plus 4 is 16. Keep the negative because they're both negative. All right, number 13, 0 minus 5 is -5. Oh, I have 13 on here twice, so you already did that one. 14. 14 minus a negative. Remember, when we subtract, it's plus the opposite. So this is 14 plus 14, which is 28. All right, -12 times 3 is 36. They're different signs, so we make that a negative answer. All right. Okay. Divide -49 by -7. Well, I have 2 negatives, so that makes it positive. 49 divided by 7 is just 7. All right, divide by 0. I have -3 0ths. That sounds very strange, very weird. So you don't want to do 0ths. There's no such thing. So this is, or you can say undefined. Either answer would work. All right. Evaluate the exponential expression. 2 cubed. Well, that 3, remember, means I have 2 times 2 times 2. All right. I can associate how I wish. I have freedom of association. 2 times 2 is 4. I still have another 2. 4 times 2 is 8. So that would be my answer. All right. Again, the 3 means up here. This 3 means I have 3 of them multiplied together. So if I write it out, I can see it better. As freedom of association. -3 times -3 is a +9. And then I multiply that times -3 and I get -27. All right, and now -6 squared, it means there's 2, so I have -6 times -6. The two negatives make it positive, so I have a positive 36. And put a box around it. Okay. Moving on, last page, last couple of problems. All right, now this is an order of operations thing. Remember, you do your GEMDAS. Grouping, exponents, multiplication, division. That's not a D, that's a B, silly me. Okay, division, addition, subtraction. Okay, first pass through, we have this division to do. So what I'm going to do is change this into plus a minus 8. So I can associate this. So now I have 24 plus -8/4 plus 2. So that's 24 plus a -2 plus 2. All right, these I can associate and they become 0. So my answer is 24. For number 20, we have to do GEMDAS again, which means the grouping means that I have to do my numerator and my denominator before I can do the division between them. That's what grouping does. Okay, so the exponents means I have to do those first. 2 squared is 4, and 2 cubed is 8. Over, I'm going to do a plus the opposite, so I get 2 plus 2. Now when I add these up, I have 4 plus 8 is 12. Over 2 plus 2 is 4. But that's not simplified. And remember, my answers have to be simplified. Well, 12 has 4 in it. So when I divide 12 by 4, I get a nice even 3. Okay, and that's the end. This last slide I'm going to put up for a minute. You can pause if you want to. Gives you all the official answers. There we go. And we are done. And I know you're going to do great. Just remember to redo the study guide as many times as you need the sample test until you can do it perfectly. You should be able to get an A on it. All right, we are done. So if you need more time on this, you need to pause it right now so you can keep seeing this.